Welcome to the Zix TV. I am the Zix, and we're going to have a look at this Cogo set here. Cogo 4402 Space with 364 pieces. And Cogo is like Orsini, they do not name their sets, so I'm just going to call this a space battle because it has two starfighters battling it out. Picked this up. It was affordable. It was on picked it up from Amazon. It's affordable. Came across Cogo by myself, just browsing on Amazon, looking for Lego related stuff, and I picked this up along with a couple other space sets. Cogo also does all the usual stuff. They have a few pirates, police, firefighters. What else do they have? A few space things. Just a little bit of everything. So we're going to be checking this set out. And is that piece from the Orsini Red X-Wing? Looks like it to me. So Cogo does that piece as well. Oof. Well, we're going to check that out. And this starfighter here looks kind of familiar. It looks like this Orsini set here by Orsini. Already did a video about this. I'll put a link in the description in case you haven't seen it yet. Outer space. So this Cogo starfighter, this white one, looks like the same one, except without all of the graphics. All these they're not colorful, but they certainly are kind of in your face. There's a striking difference between the plain one, the Cogo one, and this Orsini one that's covered with all these black lines and graphics and stuff. So we'll check that out and see how that compares to the Orsini one. There's our box for this set. Space battle. So we're going to check this out in a few moments. And here it is. Here are the starfighters. We got a blue and black one. Well, actually it's a hodgepodge starfighter. It's got the color schemes all over the place. We got blue, black. We got a red blaster with a red Technic connector thing on it. We got gray wings, gray accents, gray body. And they give it a stand because it wouldn't be able to, well, you could stand it on it would knock these out of alignment. So they give us a stand for this starfighter here. And here is the white one. Is it the exact same design as the Orsini one? No. It's a different design, same overall shape. And I'll show the Orsini picture again. It's hard to get past all those graphics. It's so busy in comparison. This one is a bit different from the Orsini one. It's built on all of these. We got some plates underneath with all of these angled slopey slopes underneath. So it's a bit different from the Orsini one, which is a lot more flat, and the Orsini one is built on top of plates on top of plates. So we've got a different underside, and the wings are attached differently. They're just underneath this other stuff on the top, they're not really, they don't have a plate underneath here to help it hold it in place. So if you put pressure on this, it might come loose. Well, it's got this part up front that's helping to connect it to the rest of the ship. Different engines in the back from the Cine one, which has these big round engines in the back. So it's the same overall idea, and I can't seem to get this to close all the way. Having a problem with this Cogo windshield. It is nice. It's got this print on it, the outline of the canopy there, and this one has the same. Doesn't want to stay. And they give us stickers to put on it. I didn't put them on because I just didn't feel like it. There's some for the tail fins, and we finally get some computer console stickers. I'll show this closer up later on in this video. But we got these long ones here that go on the back, covering up multiple slopey slopes. They don't use the long slopes. They use these 2x2 slopes, and I just didn't feel like putting them on there. Maybe I'll save them for something else. And then we get this sticker sheet here with a few designs that go on to the black parts, and I just didn't feel like putting those on. Anyway, same overall concept as the Cine Starfighters. Even got these landing gears underneath. We got a bracket with a brick and some circle things, transparent circle things for engines. We got, let me see if I can show it better. Pretty nice. Nice idea to do that. A bit different. It does share a lot in common with the Cine Starfighter, and our Cogo minifigures are not designed to fit into their chairs. Their butts don't and legs don't grab onto the pegs, so they're just loose in there. So they give us a chair, but he won't grab onto it. And we got a guy up front. Looks like we have a couple of levers and this transparent part up here, which you'd probably put a computer console on. It's kind of curved, and he gets a chair as well, although he can't use it properly. So I just chucked our pilot in there, and this is the passenger. Just chuck them in there. They're gonna roll around anyway on their own. Can't get this to, I don't know what is your major malfunction, windshield, cockpit canopy. So there's our Cogo version of the Cine white Starfighter. And then we have the this one here, and they give us these they give us this brick built base to put it on with some hinges. You can, I don't know if this is gonna work, if the weight, well, it holds it up, so we can hinge it off. Yeah, we can see that. We can hinge it off. Let's see if it'll, oh, it's falling back, and now it's collapsing. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Oh, I guess it only works. Oh, it's falling back. It only worked the first time, like that. I guess that's the only way it works. So anyway, it's let's take this off of there. This is made from a bunch of black pieces on a long plate. Pretty simple design. We got the slopey slopes, and I probably messed up our Starfighter's wings. And here is that piece that doesn't fit in with anything else around it, and I just chucked our pilot in there. He's not gonna fit. I give him a chair, and you could probably plug his feet into this bracket down there. This it's a hinge. But I haven't had any luck with it. Get on there. And then he's up too high, and you can't close it. Probably be better to take that off. This piece, I talked about this in my review of the Rossini red X-Wing and the gray Starfighter. This piece is terrible. It doesn't, look at those gaps there on the sides of the pilot's cabinet. The piece, the canopy doesn't fit in with the rest, and there's pegs sticking up here in the front. Let's just pull our pilot out so he doesn't get in the way. And I can't get it to connect with the pegs up front. Can we see that? Now it's got this it's not designed for it. This is the weirdest piece I've ever seen. It's just strange. It's almost like it wasn't even designed for Lego type stuff. And they put it on, can you see that? Just a slope, a brick, and then we got a hinge just sticking up in the back for no reason, with this big gap, and it's not even lined up correctly to fit onto the pegs anyway. So another disappointing use of this piece. Just doesn't fit in with everything else. Notice how this piece fits in with everything. Well, if you can close it properly, it fits in. It's 4 pegs wide, and it just works. And the one in the back works as well. That's a proper Lego canopy piece. This one doesn't work at all. And we got these flaps in the back there. You know what this reminds me of? I think this is trying to be a Lego Star Wars V-Wing. And I think there was a Lego V-Wing where the wings folded like that. The modern V-Wing, the whole thing rotates on a Technic contraption, but they don't have that here. They got a hinge so we can move it up. That's about all we can do with it. And yeah, it's a poor man's V-Wing. So that's what this is trying to be like. Needs an R2 unit back here. And then we got the flaps. Oh, it just came off. Yeah, it's just sitting on top of the see if I can get it on there. We got the flaps in the back there. There's what passes as the engine, these blocks here. These are interesting. It's a brick that builds both ways. Doesn't have any pegs on it, but you can put it onto a peg, and then you can attach something with pegs to that. So this is a cool piece. The white one, I think that has them too in the back here, in the back, because these are on these right here. They're on pegs, building both ways, and then and these in the back. Got my fingers underneath there. So it's a cool piece, but you could put some of those circle things on it, and then we got these old best lock parts in the back there, those black ones. Some kind of engine. This is hinged off. We got our blasters using antenna pieces and some Technic pins. So that's trying to be a Star Wars V-Wing. And we can, although they show it like this in the picture, they show it like that, like an X-Wing sort of. An X-Wing with small X-Wings. This has a hodgepodge of colors on it. We got blue, lots of black. Here's the underside. We got a lot of basic building techniques. And in a moment, and this one has there's a sticker that goes there and a sticker that goes here. These stickers here. I'll have a closer look at them when we have a look at our minifigures. Speaking of minifigures, let's put this on its stand, put it to bed, and I'll just put it on there any old which way. Put that on its stand. Let's get our minifigures out and have a look at our minifigures and sticker sheets and stuff. Here is one of our happy Cogo star pilots. And you can tell he's got the smile there. He's got a basic helmet, basic space helmet with an old best lock visor. And the body and the legs are a bit different. There's a closer look at, so he can't really sit down like normal Lego minifigures can. I don't know why they did it that way, but it's got a decent print on there, and his arms and his hands are a bit different from Lego minifigures. I'm not sure if it goes like that or like that. Seems like seems to me like it would be like that. Got a decent print, very basic design, and he's a happy star pilot. Get his helmet on there. And I think our other two guys are the same guy. So we got three of the same. Let's compare. Looks to be the same to me. Three of the same. They're all the same guy. So we got this guy who's the same guy, and he's got the same face. They're all happy to be shooting lasers at each other and firing missiles at each other. And we got this guy. I would think we'd get someone different for the blue and black Starfighter, because aren't they supposed to be fighting against each other? Maybe all their uniforms are alike. I don't know. Those are the minifigures, and here are the detailed stickers. So we got these long stickers here that go on to the slopes of the white Starfighter. It's all one long sticker that goes on there. And our control consoles. I'm impressed. Someone actually, look at that. It looks kind of like a TIE fighter on the display there. Kind of basic design, but at least they did it. I'm going to save them and use them for something else. These are too nice to waste on these starfighters here. I already have my white Orsini starfighter, and I have a V-Wing, a Lego V-Wing. That is nice. So Cogo got it right, even though they're kind of small, but they could probably fit onto something nicely. We got some buttons there, and looks like a little dial or something. Nice. I can't give this enough praise. It is nice to see another brand do stickers for some kind of controls that you would put in front of your space pilot. He's got a little display with a TIE fighter on there. Really nice. Because Orsini doesn't, they just chuck their pilots in there. They don't give them anything. They don't even give them levers, any type of levers usually. They just chuck them in there without any controls or anything. And lots of other brands. Sometimes even Lego does that. Lego, the top of the line, just chuck the pilot in there without any type of controls or any detail, anything. Might be able to turn that on its side. So that's cool. This is cool. It's nice to see another brand do that. And that goes on the tail fin. We got the United States flag at the top there. It's a United States starfighter. And these would go someplace on the white starfighter. Space transporter. Can't say enough good things about this. Although it's basic, control console, not very appealing, but very nice that they actually went to the trouble, put some buttons on there. This is exactly what I was talking about when I was, ranting about Orsini and stuff. You got all the stuff that you want on the exterior with all these details and stuff. All these, what is all this stuff? We got all this detail. Make something for the pilot. Really nice. Can't say enough good things about that. Here's the other sticker sheet. The deep of outer space. These designs go on to the black and blue Starfighter. This might be some kind of alien control console device. Looks interesting. That could be used as something. So we got that, and then I'm not sure where these tail fin stickers would go. The V-Wing Starfighter doesn't have a tail fin on it. So those are the sticker sheets. I like these. I like that a lot. In addition, it came with some extra pieces. Got some extra clippy clips here. I'm not sure why. And an extra underside slopey slope. This is what the white Starfighter is built on. We got a whole bunch of these lined up underneath it. It's got kind of a cutout. This is an old best lock piece with the cutouts and with the ridges in there. What else have we got? Some clippy clips and little tiles, a couple little circle things. And those are the minifigures and details in this set. He's a happy Starfighter pilot. All said and built, this is a decent Cogo set. Not as good as well, it's got a different build. It's not as good as the Orsini white Starfighter that I modified, and I'll put a link to that video in the description for this video in case you haven't seen that. There's all those old best lock parts underneath. Different design, same overall shape, and it's a good shape. Good shape for this Starfighter. I like the Orsini one better, especially because I modified it to be more to my liking. And this V-Wing here, not as good as the Lego V-Wing. Oh, that's right, he won't fit. I need to take that piece out, so we'll just chuck him in there. And this piece is terrible. It doesn't fit in with the surrounding pieces. It leaves all these gaps. This piece here is terrible. So probably gonna break this down for parts or something, or make a mock. Leave this piece out. Nice to see another brand attempt to do a V-Wing Starfighter from Star Wars. It's just not as good as the Lego one. So overall, this half of the set is not as good as the Orsini one, not as good as the Orsini version of this white Starfighter, and this V-Wing here isn't as good as the Lego V-Wing. So overall it's not as good as what it took inspiration from. So I'll probably break it down for parts, but it was fun. It was a interesting builds. Nice to see this done differently than the Orsini one. I was expecting to get like a carbon copy of the Orsini Starfighter. and this one's interesting, but not as good as the Lego one. So it's got a good fun factor to it, but overall not as good as what it took inspiration from. And this part has to go here, this canopy. I can't do anything with these canopies that don't fit in with the rest of the model. So that'll be about it for this review, this video here. Interesting set, just not as good as other Lego and Orsini sets. Space stuff. A good effort by Cogo. Cogo, a good effort. I would say it's a good effort. A lot better than how Orsini uses this piece. It does have these gaps on the side, but it's a good effort, but not as good as it could be. So that'll wrap up this review and this video. Thank you for watching.